Hey friends! First of all, let me say I miss you guys all so much. If there was something I could do to make it so that we could all go back to school, I absolutely would. But unfortunately, right now, the best thing that we can do, the responsible thing for us to do, is to stay home so that we can keep each other safe and we can keep each other healthy. And you guys have heard me say many, many times that that's a very important thing. But that doesn't mean that we can't connect with each other. It doesn't mean that we have to feel like we are far away from each other. And one thing that I thought that we could do today is read one of my favorite stories to read with you guys, and I think that you guys like it too. So I brought home from school How Martha Saved Her Parents from Greenbeans. And so I'm going to read that for you guys. This book was written by David LaRochelle, he's the author, and it was illustrated by Mark Fearing. And here we go. Every Tuesday evening, Martha's family had green beans for dinner. And every Tuesday night, Martha was left alone at the table, staring at a plate of green beans that she wouldn't eat. "Green beans are good for you," said her mother. "Green beans will make you big and strong," said her father. They are both wrong, thought Martha. Green beans are bad, very bad. But not even Martha knew how bad green beans could be. Not until the day that a gang of mean green beans swaggered into town. These beans had black beady eyes and long curly mustaches. They wore tall cowboy hats and sharp pointy boots. They chased old ladies up and down the street. They threw rotten tomatoes at the teachers. I wouldn't like that. They stormed into restaurants and tossed the cooks into garbage cans. Anyone who had ever said, "Eat your green beans," was in big, big trouble. Martha's parents were reading in the den when the beans barged into the house. The beans jumped on top of the furniture. They tied her parents with long leafy vines. They whooped and hollered and made rude noises. And because I know you guys all love it so very much, there's the girl green bean right there. Martha was in the kitchen staring at a plate of cold beans. When she heard the ruckus, she ran into the den. But it was empty. The front door was open and a note was tacked to the wall. And it said, "We have taken your parents, the beans." No more parents meant no more nagging to clean up her room. No more parents meant no more going to bed when she wasn't sleepy. And no more parents meant no more green beans for dinner, ever. "Hooray!" shouted Martha. She threw her plate of cold green beans right out the window. Then she grabbed a box of cookies and settled on the couch to watch her favorite movies long past her bedtime. Martha was happy, but not really. She missed her parents, and she wanted them back. By morning, she knew what she had to do. She marched out of the house and followed a trail of leaves that led her to a cave. Outside the cave, she saw her mother and father tied to a rock. They were surrounded by hundreds of green beans who were laughing and dancing and singing off key. "Give me back my parents!" shouted Martha. The beans did not even look at her. "Untie them right now!" The beans only snickered. "Let my parents go or I will..." "Or you will what?" said the beans. "Or I will eat you," said Martha. The air grew cold. The singing and dancing stopped. The leader of the beans stepped forward and spat on the ground. "You will not eat us," he said with an evil sneer. "You've never eaten a green bean in your life." He took a step closer to Martha, and then another, and another. And with every step, that bean seemed to grow larger. He climbed onto a rock and looked Martha in the eyes. "You're too much of a coward to eat a green bean." Martha's legs felt like melting butter. She wanted to run home and hide beneath her bed, but she pinched her nose, opened her mouth, and swallowed that bean in one big gulp. The other beans gasped. And Martha ate those beans too. And when she untied her parents, they hugged her and kissed her and told her that she was very brave. And have her little doggy friend going, crunch, crunch, crunch. From that day on, Martha's family never had green beans for dinner again. Instead, they had broccoli or corn on the cob or a nice leafy salad. Everyone knows there's nothing bad about a nice leafy salad. Dun, dun, dun. Well, I will have more stories and more videos for you guys soon. But for right now, let me just say, I love you all very much. And I hope that you are remembering that even though you are at home, you are kind, you are helpful, you are respectful, you are responsible. You can do whatever you put your mind to. And I hope that you are working with your team at home, your family, to make sure that you guys are all making it through this. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon.